I'm getting pretty good at saying this because I've tried to record it twice already, both times have gone wrong. Anyway, I know the title looks clickbaity, but my uncle, who's dead, was a spy. Not a Russian spy, but he did spy on the Russians. Basically, when my dad's eldest uncle, Charles, left school, it was the second half of the 50s, and what happened was he was conscripted into the army because he spoke German. He denied it at school. However, he wasn't just conscripted into any old part of the army, he was conscripted into the Joint Service Schools for Linguists, I think that's what it's called, which meant that he was intensively taught Russian, which means that I'm not actually the first person in my family to learn Russian. I'm the second, at least in living memory. Anyway, so we are all pretty sure that he was a spy. He, after going through the JSSL, he went to Berlin to a listening post, and worked there, listening into German communications, translating them, and then he went to Lowestoft, where he translated Russian fishing documents. Now, if you go and talk to anyone in Lowestoft, at least anyone who'd have any idea about kind of 50s, early 60s, they would tell you that it was pretty fishy, and not because of the fishing. He was almost definitely, using his knowledge of Russian to contribute to, do his part in the Cold War. After that, and this may or may not have been related to the fact that he was a spy or not. He cut off contact with the rest of basically the whole of our family. I think we gathered that he went into teaching as a science teacher, and he didn't have any kids with his wife. Anyway, we heard nothing from him or his wife until a couple of years ago, when his wife let us know that Charles had cancer. And obviously this was pretty terrible, except no one in my generation, I'm by far the youngest, I'm the youngest by like 10 years, but no one in our generation, I don't think, had ever spoken to him, at all. So, when we found out that he had cancer and it was, last stages, and then eventually that he died, it was, at least in my generation, I think there was a lot of, oh, that's a shame, never really got to meet him. Anyway, what happened after that was there was the funeral. My parents went. I didn't go because I had school, but my parents went, and I think they mentioned to Charles's wife that I was studying Russian, and she, no one, it's pretty rare just to study Russian, and so she gave me all of his Russian stuff from before. So that's what I want to show you. Anyway, that's the backstory. I've got quite a few things here, but this isn't all. There were also a couple of textbooks from the JSSL course, which I handed into my school's Russian library, but A, because it's pretty rare, B, because it was falling apart pretty badly, and C, I thought it would be more interesting for teachers to have a look at it if they wanted to, I did have a look through. It was quite interesting because a lot of the vocab and the examples they used were very, very military. So instead of having an example like, if you're learning about the prepositional case or something, instead of having like, the dog is in the house. Well, okay, actually that's a really bad example. Instead of having something like, the dog is on the street, you would have something like, the machine gun is in the tank or something. Interesting. And actually, I did record a few of the words. Anyway, so what I have here isn't all of it, but I have quite a bit. To begin with, I'm going to show you the dictionaries they have. I mean, bear in mind, I'm not going to go too far into detail with them. I mean, they're dictionaries. It's not exactly that exciting. But we have this first one here. It's an English-Russian dictionary. Pretty standard. I mean, it has its name and stuff in it. But yeah, it's got around 60,000 words in it, which I guess is potentially useful. But yeah, I mean, it's falling apart at the back, but yeah, it's in here. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty standard, but I doubt there's a grammar section in the middle like you'd have with this is mine that I got the other day. I have a little section in the middle talking about something like grammar. Normally, actually this one doesn't have one. It has the alphabet in both Cyrillic and Latin script, which I guess is useful. But yeah, better examples. Yeah, well, I don't have a better example, but yeah. This was the first dictionary. It's falling apart quite a lot. Bearing in mind, I don't use these. I use either dictionaries on my phone or this one, which is more up to date because obviously language changes. And the next English-Russian one I have is this one, which is quite a bit bigger. Just kind of says English-Russian on it. Yeah, it's, as far as I can tell, it's basically the same, but a lot bigger. But yeah. You know what, actually these could be interesting in the future to see how translations of certain words have changed. Anyway, that's just me being really nerdy. There's one more dictionary, and this is the one I find the most fascinating because this one isn't English-Russian. Now there is Russian, but it's English. What is it? Norwegian. I think it's Norwegian. Hang on, I'm gonna have to use my up-to-date dictionary to look this up. Give up, I can't find it. I'm just going to assume that it is Norwegian. I'll look it up later, and if so, I'll edit it in. Anyway, but it's just interesting to me. Obviously we know they studied German, but, the fact that this is, Norwegian. I mean, it's definitely not to German, but, yeah, interesting, to say the least. You know, maybe there was more going on than we thought. Anyways, that's it for the dictionaries. I've only got 2 more books left. One's cheating because it's in English, but there's this first book which is Russian literature, the Dictionary of Russian Literature. I mean, it seems like he was really into dictionaries, or this was being used, you know, as part of spying. Anyway, basically, it's a list of, you know, poets, and it talks about them. I'm guessing there's also probably a little bit about individual poems, or, you know, words to do with poems. But it's all in English. Which, I mean, it seems kind of counterproductive if this was supposed to be used as part of language acquisition or acquisition. But, you know, it is what it is, which is seemingly not a lot. And now we're on to the final book, which is G. Nikolsky's Ecology of Fish. It's got the title written on there. In Russian, it's Ekologia Ryb. You know. Anyway, seemingly just a book about fish ecology in Russian, as you do. Definitely goes along with the, you know, translating fishing documents, identity. But yeah, there's not really anything in here in terms of any writing. Though there is this description in the front, which is in English. You know, Dr. Beverton with best compliments, G. Nikolsky, which is the author. No idea who Dr. Beverton was. I mean, my uncle's last name wasn't Beverton, so I don't think it was him. And I think I looked both of these characters up, and they were people that existed. But yeah, actually, I would need some help translating the Wikipedia page on G. Nikolsky because it's all in Russian, and you know, not exactly the most exciting Wikipedia page. It doesn't really lead to many Wikipedia holes either. Anyway, so that's it for my dead uncle's Russian collection, which I guess is now my Russian collection. With regards to the textbooks, with the textbooks, I mean, I can't remember too much about them, as I said, but I do remember there was a lot of military vocab in there. And there was also one other one which is full of Russian songs. I mean, if you think about it, that's not too far off, you know, ways people learn language today. Obviously, the songs were, well, by our standards, quite old-fashioned, but you know, it's interesting because it's effectively the same kind of techniques that, you know, yeah, I can't remember exactly how the program worked. You can look it up. As I said, I'll put the, or at least I said it in one of my takes, I'll put the link in the description. So if you're interested, you can go and click on that and have a look, because I thought it was quite interesting. But yeah, anyway, so that's it for the, you know, collection of Russian stuff. There might be a bit more, but honestly, it's probably nothing. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry if this is slightly longer than normal. If you're interested by my family because of that, he's literally the only exciting thing to have ever happened within our family. So, you know, not a lot more. I mean, I think we also had a gravedigger as well, but a few more generations back. He was Irish. explains it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, you know, or at least got thinking about whether your relatives are actually or have actually been spies, you know. Who doesn't love a good mystery? Anyway, thanks for watching, and bye.